and they can create vines, and sometimes they can even summon monsters.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What did that note say?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
What note?
We just
The
knew
one
it
we
had
got
the
that said
Emerald
E on it.
Project Awaken.
Do you
Project
know?
Awaken. Yeah.
One of us picked that up.
It wasn't me.
So
I think-
I'd ask whoever kept
That
the
might
note.
be the one you had.
No, I think it was one of you two.
Yeah, I think it was either Defos or something.
Who has Dad's letter?
I have
That's
Dad's letter.
Okay, then I think I have the E.
There was a letter with an E on it.
Yeah.
What did it
I'll
say?
pull that out and show it to her. It just says Project Awakens. I forget what. It was like hold down the
Oh,
place.
she doesn't have to do an knowledge check. She sees the E. Where did you get this? I thought you said it was obsidian.
We killed a group of them in a cave.
A cave?
Yeah, they were holding.
That you went to for shelter?
Yeah. They were goblins
summoning
there.
goblins.
The goblins that attacked.
Yeah, maybe.
So they were working together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, when we went into the cave, the goblins were in cages.
But the Emerald and the Obsidian were working together.
Do we know that?
The
was
goblins were
clearly
attacking the
goblins.
town when that happened.
Yeah, the goblin
And the
attack is
Emerald
what-
were the ones who were summoning in the goblins.
But we don't know they were working together. She was in the.
Could have been an opportunist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we're dealing with seedy folk, and I know some seedy folk, salty the other people,
Yeah.
but they're trying to get a leg up on the other seedy.
So maybe it was a race to kill him.
Would you agree it's most likely that they were working together? I mean, just the way the events were staged at the same time.
We don't know.
It-
Don't know enough about the organizations.
no,
That's true. Okay.
I'd assume that she would probably be, like Gus said, an opportunist. More so than working together.
But we've seen. This is how we know. We've seen this sigil before, the green E. Some people have that mark tattooed on their bodies. We find them back of the neck, hidden places.
Do you know anything about the rubies? Do they have marks on their bodies?
They have an R.
So would it stand to reason that other groups would have similar tattoos given their affiliation with their certain group? Like the Obsidian people would potentially have an O or a black splotch.
we
We
don't
found
we haven't seen it
found people that have had not tattoos, like other things than just tattoos.
But they have a distinguishing mark.
If you want to call a mark under their hair or a dot or just a green dot somewhere on their body, it looks like a copper discoloration. Something needs to explain away too. It's generally only we found it's mostly
They're not always so as blatant about
yeah.
it.
Found one that had a mark under their tongue.
So what can you tell us about Ruby? Because we learned about Emerald. And we killed one of his summoners, but it wasn't Emerald because he didn't have any jewels on him and he had this letter from...
I know
They
that
did have a
part
jewel
was
on
sweet.
He did have a jewel.
He did, but he wasn't,
Oh, the
I
summoning
guess,
jewel.
covered
I still
the way
have
the
that.
obsidian one was.
You never looked on his body to see if he had a mark or not.
Well, it dissolved before we could.
Well, his clothes and stuff did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he was
that's
in
true.
underwear.
That's right. He was just laying
Oh, no,
there
we
naked.
So if there are any possessions on him, no.
We have the summoning stone.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we want to show her the Abbot.
absolutely.
Alright.
For-
Yes, they use these for their stronger magics. We don't know where they get these or how they make them, but it makes it so that even men cast beyond what they can do. These people that have it's inexplicable how they have all of these casters. There has to be something they do to them. We don't know anything like it.
Hopefully we can learn more.
But the rubies,
Yeah.
would you explain it? It's fire, heat, melting.
Destructive.
And you don't know how many groups
They-
there are.
They sometimes they animate things. They put fire to statues and they come to life momentarily.
Could I do a knowledge for, like, I guess that'd be geography, wouldn't it? Knowing stones. Precious stones.
Knowledge of nature.
Yeah, it's nature.
Can I do an knowledge nature real quick?
Yeah.
Can I burn an inspiration point even though I rolled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just you only do it once per day on a skill.
Okay. Inspiration point. That would be 24 to have some knowledge of other precious stones.
The other precious stones would be like opal, sapphire, pearl,
Amethyst.
diamond.
Okay.
Is there any other sapphire, diamond, ruby? I'm just naming Pokemon games.
Right,
now.
no, that's fine. I just wanted to, like, blurt those out.
Leaf green.
I'm trying to think of.
Apple.
There's other ones, right? Opal, diamond, ruby, sapphire, pearl.
Amethyst.
Pearl's a bit weird though.
Yeah.
And then I included obsidian, so it could also be like obsidian's kind of it's not a precious stone, but it's a type of rock. It's pretty rare.
Yeah.
Volcanic rock, only created in heat. So, let me think of there has to be. I want to have one more, but
How
I
many?
only thought of like
Phoenix had his crystal book here. We could look through that.
yeah. I'm just trying to think like.
I mean, it's not the bad. I was just doing that to blurt out stones to see if maybe.
No, that's
any of
that's
the
that's
other...
a fine amount. That's a fine amount of things.
Okay. Just figured I'd blurt that out. Go through the precious stones so we could brainstorm depending on like
Yeah.
to think about what other groups there might be.
Yeah, those are all the precious stones.
Okay.
Opal, pearl, diamond, ruby, sapphire, emerald.
Okay. Sounds good.
Obsidian.
You have
And now you know obsidian.
Well, we don't know about anything other than 3.
Alexandrite.
Those
So,
no,
Tanzanite?
Tanzanite.
fuck that. I want the compelling ones.
Samsonite?
Mary?
Prudolette. Something like that.
Well, I'm just thinking of magic.
Right.
5 colors of magic.
Red
Black,
diamond.
green, red, white. So
I've mastered
5 magics.
Muskrat.
Hey, give me wizardry. Give me sorcery.
Red viral.
Dermatology. Magic, if you please. Master all of these.
So the people we thought were going to give us answers about the obsidian bitch didn't hear about her ever before.
We
So,
have to seek
Or-
down the Crystal Guard peoples.
The Crystal Vanguard.
Crystal Vanguard.
You don't know how many
Yeah.
groups there are.
Diamond,
together.
ruby, sapphire, emerald, pearl, opal, amethyst, and
Obsidian.
obsidian.
Well, I was just gonna say I was gonna mention. So it stands to reason that if there's 3 precious stones, the other ones would be, and then I'd name off the ones that weren't
Yeah,
that we
you
didn't
do
know.
that. It'd be
So we should be on the lookout for things of related to those stones.
mm-hmm.
So you claim these people have been around for.
As long as we have. As far as I
You
know.
only know so little about them.
They're not around all the time.
You want to read
Yeah,
those
but-
off again so I can write them down? Ruby, emerald, obsidian,
Diamond,
Yeah.
sapphire,
diamond,
Pearl.
sapphire, pearl,
and amethyst.
and amethyst. And that's it.
Yep.
I think there'll be
Four, five,
Crystal
six, maybe
Vanguard for
7.
each one.
There's
There may
7.
be. Hmm?
Okay. Amethyst. Okay.
Who do we do? We seek out the other Vanguards, the Ruby or the Emerald, and try and kill them. Just
We suck.
hunt them
seek
down
out
and find out
any of
answers
them.
about the Obsidian.
We seek out.
See, if
any
you
of
had
them.
done this before, I figured maybe you would have tried to make an anagram out of those.
No. No. That.
They sound like some pretty shady folk. We probably have to give them the old shakedown
Like,
in order to
we've-
get any information on them.
I've heard accounts of like people doing things, but the only ones we've confirmed, like people, they're not. It's also not all the time. It seems to be in like 50-year cycles, sometimes longer. So like once
Don't break
every
the mood.
50 years, they seem to like swell up and then drop back
Okay,
down.
so we'll keep our eyes out for these. Anything related to these precious stones that could lead us to what happened to Dad.
Yep.
And then murder them?
Well, we get
Yes.
information out of them and then murder them.
I like the murdering.
If you can catch any of them alive, it would be so helpful.
I think
The last established port of interrogation was over 200 years ago.
I'm sorry, but if I see that woman again, she is dying.
Just any of them. They have a tendency to kill themselves when caught.
Those kind of folk. Those are dangerous folk.
Just punch.
No.
So you
Let's
said
kill
the
them
last,
before they can kill themselves.
the last
Intensely.
known interaction with these people was 250 years ago.
No, the last known interaction with these people would be about 70 years ago, 80 years ago. Not the like the last major like event that they caused. Like
Okay.
they exist and they exist in seclusion. Usually, a person here or there leaves society, but they only seem to make moves every so often. Like,
So what do we know about Ruby and Emerald right now?
well, Emerald was able to summon monsters, and you didn't really see anything else that they could do.
As far as any whereabouts or like recently
I
mischief
think
they
we
may have
should
pulled, either
Give
of them,
her
like
time to
Yeah.
decipher
the
the
last
Bible.
sightings.
I think the Bible will be a great help.
Yeah.
Yeah, we give her time. Give her a couple days to decipher the Bible.
That's
Father's book.
Oh, hey, you still need to read my fortune.
Casey, do you need any cigarettes?
Still don't know when
I'm good.
the
I might
fortune.
take
The
one
fortune's
because
just.
it's marble.
It's just it works slightly. You generally know. I know the history of the land surrounding us. Someone tells me their birthday, I know the conditions that and I judge what they look like as to how their life's been going.
So you're not going to tell me what happens, you're just going to tell me what I've done.
I can guess what's going to happen. I just need something to cover, something to do that makes me irrelevant.
That's a good cover. If you want to be irrelevant.
There is one other person that knows about the woman.
Who?
She ran the guard in our hometown.
She saw her?
No.
We,
Kind of blatted our mouths.
she was informed about her before we knew not to spread the word.
Should not to tell anyone.
friendly.
We've had people go disappear.
nice.
People just looking around go missing.
Well,
I think-
hopefully they come to us then.
I think she's tried to join the guard here.
Well, is there something in that letter she may have wrote about that person?
No,
You have no
that's-
idea that she's trying to join the guard. Just know she's sending a letter.
I just maybe that's
You-
what
you
I'm
have no
that's what
idea.
I'm assuming.
Metagamer.
See?
If that is that what it is?
Technically it is, but
Yeah.
you don't know if it's that or if she's telling him.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Because now that he mentioned that, that's
need to
what,
go-
You have no idea.
Talk to
See,
the head of
I
guard
told you
now.
that letter was for me, and
No,
you
it
guys
wasn't
didn't
for you.
believe
It was not
You
me.
for
know
you.
it wasn't for you.
It was not addressed to you.
Well,
was
let's
for
go
me.
talk to the captain of the guard.
Nate, did you give him the letter?
Well, can you trust her to
the
not
first thing I
tell
did.
your secrets?
We
I,
don't know.
I think so. We grew up with her.
We
she
still,
can't trust me.
We should still make sure, though.
We told her not to tell anyone. We told her blatantly not to. But that's Captain
Yeah, but
of the
if
Guard,
she could
but
potentially
she's-
tell somebody who she
Could be.
thinks could
Yeah,
protect
one,
her.
she's just a member of the armed forces.
She's actually joining the guard, so it's fine.
Like the military of the region. She's a member of it. She would report to that captain in a major city anyway as someone who's higher ranking than her. So would she break our confidence in order to tell him about this?
Maybe.
Probably. I'm
Yeah.
leaning towards a high likelihood. So we should go talk to the captain of the guard.
You don't think she would, but whatever.
No.
Not to not tell the guard, but to not have you guys get killed.
Yeah.
Because she tells people that you guys saw something. She's not as worried that she would be killed. She's worried that you guys would die.
But we told her who it was, and she probably would have some, maybe some
Alright.
knowledge of the Ruby. And
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
know.
you think.
Maybe. It seems like
I
they
would
could
feel
fit
more
together.
comfortable checking.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I don't want to talk to him, especially because he might have some more information. Because I want to hunt these two other motherfuckers down and kill them, and Captain of the Guard might help us find them.
I don't
Some
know
way.
if the captain would know anything about this. Would he?
He's a good man. Very, very,
But
very
would he
busy
know
as
about
of
this
late.
Crystal Vanguard business?
No.
So
Really?
we probably shouldn't even bring it up to him.
No.
You
No.
get all
Okay.
kinds of people murdered.
You can't.
Just
We have
Crystal Vanguard exists.
we
just
have
dead there.
one person I know of that's pretty high up in the military. I don't know him personally, but I know he has the ear of the king himself.
Making my way downtown, screaming about the Crystal Vanguard.
But
This
other
whole
than that,
town
the
is
military
dead.
military, the guards, they don't know.
But if it's this clandestine of an organization, we can't be sure what they have or haven't infiltrated.
Mm-hmm.
We should still check.
Everything is suspect at this point for me now.
We
Let's
just
go
haven't
check
gained
on it.
anything really. I don't know. We gained some knowledge, but we haven't gained a new destination. Like a target.
That's why we should leave the Abbot to do her thing
Yeah.
and
Put
go
all the
check
faith
on
in
this
the book.
letter.
Hopefully there's something in there. I guess you're right. I can't think of anything else to ask, so. Does that make
Our
sense?
time
I'll
here is
decipher
done
this
for
book.
now.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I'll get started immediately. I'm staying at the inn.
Yeah, we'll be at the end.
They will be.
Check tomorrow.
I,
And see how
at the very least, will be at the end.
Yeah.
check back tomorrow and we'll see if I made any progress.
How much
No.
gold do you make in a whole day fortune telling? How much money do you make?